Pakistan is a 21st century economy and structure, trapped in an 18th century political and power structure. This is a profoundly insightful observation that gets to the very heart of the Pakistani paradox. You've correctly identified the fundamental disconnect between the structure of the economy and the structure of power, culture, and identity. Let's break down how this agricultural paradigm in the elite mindset and lifestyle shapes Pakistan's political, economic, and religious outlook, particularly in governance. The core contradiction: economic reality versus socio-political power. The 21% figure is misleading. While agriculture contributes 21% to the GDP, it employs about 37–40% of the labor force. This immediately highlights a key issue: low productivity and a vast number of people tied to the land, source of elite power, the economic base of the traditional elite. Feudal lords, tribal chiefs, zamindars is land ownership. Despite the rise of industrial and service sector billionaires, the political system and social prestige are still dominated by these agrarian elites. Many modern industrialists also invest in vast land holdings to gain social and political capital. Here's how this agrarian elite mindset shapes the national outlook. Political shaping. The feudal patronage model of governance, the agricultural paradigm, promotes a political system that is the antithesis of modern institutional governance. Patronage over policy. In an agrarian society, power is not derived from public service or policy platforms, but from the ability to dispense patronage, jobs, land, protection, and settling disputes. This model has been transplanted into national politics. Elections are often won not on manifestos, but on the candidate's perceived power to deliver patronage to their constituency. Weak political institutions. Strong, impersonal institutions, like an independent judiciary, civil service, and election commission, threaten the personalized power of the feudal-style elite. Consequently, institution building is chronically weakened. Loyalty is to the individual patron, the Wadera or Khan, not to the constitution or the state. Entrenched dynastic politics. Land is inherited, so political power becomes inherited. This has led to a stranglehold of political dynasties, budos, sharifs, etc., who operate much like feudal families, with leadership passing down bloodlines rather than through democratic competition within the party. Impediment to democracy. True social democracy struggles to take root because the vertical relationship of patron-client suppresses the horizontal class solidarity necessary for issue-based politics. A peasant will vote for the landlord he fears or depends on, not for a party that promises land reform or education. Economic shaping, rent-seeking, and stunted modernization. The economic policies and outcomes are heavily influenced by the interests of the agrarian elite. Resistance to land reform and taxation. Any serious attempt at land reform or agricultural income tax is politically impossible. These elite capture most of the subsidies, water, fertilizer, credit, while contributing minimally to the national exchequer. This creates a massive hole in government revenue. Rent-seeking mentality. The feudal mindset is based on extracting rent from an asset, land, not on productive enterprise and innovation. This mentality has permeated the broader economy. The elite seeks rents from urban real estate, state-owned enterprises, and through patronage networks and government contracts, rather than driving industrial or technological innovation. Neglect of human development. A landed elite has little incentive to invest in mass education or healthcare. An uneducated, dependent populace is easier to control. This is a primary reason for Pakistan's abysmally low human development indicators, which are a major brake on economic growth. Urban-rural divide and infrastructure. Development funds are often funneled to rural constituencies, not for genuine development, but as patronage, building a road to a powerful landlord's estate, for example. This leads to inefficient allocation of resources and neglect of broader, strategic infrastructure. Religious shaping, conservatism, and instrumentalization. Agrarian social structure provides a fertile ground for a particular interpretation of religion. Social conservatism. Agricultural societies are typically conservative, valuing tradition, hierarchy, and social order. This aligns with and reinforces a conservative interpretation of Islam that is resistant to social change, women's empowerment, and liberal values. Religion as a tool of legitimacy and control. The feudal elite often uses religion to legitimize their power and control the populace. They patronize local mosques and pyres, Sufi saints, intertwining religious and temporal authority. This makes it difficult to challenge religious orthodoxy, as it is backed by the powerful. Resistance to modernist interpretations. The social base necessary for a modernist, reform-oriented interpretation of Islam, an urban, educated, and economically independent middle class, is relatively weak and overshadowed by the politically dominant agrarian conservative alliance. Conclusion: the resulting political standards. The combination of these factors establishes a very low and dysfunctional set of political standards for running and governing the country. Personalized rule. The state is run like a large estate. Authority is personal, not institutional. The rule of law is subordinate to the will of the powerful. Accountability is minimal. The elite is largely unaccountable to the people or the law. They operate with impunity, leading to massive corruption and a culture of privilege. Short-termism. Governance is about managing immediate crises and dispensing patronage to stay in power. There is little vision or capacity for long-term strategic planning, e.g., in water, energy, or education. Conflict with modern state requirements. This system is in constant tension with the needs of a modern, semi-urbanized, and globally connected economy. The recurring cycles of economic crisis, political instability, and institutional collapse are a direct result of this tension. In essence, Pakistan is a 21st century economy, in structure, trapped in an 18th century political and power structure. Until the political power dynamics shift away from the agrarian feudal paradigm towards a more urban, middle-class and merit-based system, its potential will remain severely constrained, and its governance will continue to be plagued by the standards of a bygone era.